Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 31st. This week, you start with... Here you go. You start with this Minotaur card. Sorry, did I say... yeah, this is for Virgo. Never mind. For some reason, I thought I was doing Taurus, but this says conflict, puzzle solving, and solar energy. You have this unicorn card. It says divine purity, rarity, and sovereignty. So a lot of we are in a little bit of a puzzle-solving time. I mean, we've had retrograde since November. We just had an eclipse in your sign in the middle of the month where, if you're watching this before the week of the 31st, then we're going to have an eclipse on the 30th or 29th or whatever. So, there are like little puzzles that are popping up. I think something people also need to remember with eclipses is that, especially when we have, a set of eclipses, we're only on the first set for the year, and between now and September, we are all kind of like working towards something that we are learning during this set of eclipses. So, again, sometimes we can be given like a little bit of a puzzle to solve before we get to like the next set of eclipses. But, again, that doesn't mean you're going to be like suffering or anything like that between now and September. It just means that you're learning. So that's that. You have the Four of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Page of Swords in the first row. It's like this is some sort of disappointment for sure as well, Virgo. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You have the Eight of Cups here as well. And the Eight of Cups, it's not like really a disappointment, but sometimes I feel with the Eight of Cups, as I always say with the Eight of Cups, he is walking away from something. Those 8 cups do provide him with, a result. If it's a job, it provides him with money. If it's a relationship, it's like maybe it's not a perfect relationship, but it still provides him with something. So, the Eight of Cups, while I think it's a good card just in general, sometimes I do think that it can be a disappointment to walk away from, right? And so, something can be good for us, but it can still disappoint us at the same time, for sure. And, I kind of feel that some of you have dealt with that, or you have experienced that recently. The thing about the Four Cups, and kind of like the better way to look at it, I guess, is that each one of these cups contains a lesson, and if you apply that lesson to something new moving forward, then you will get good results. So, I always remind people that the Four Cups is about mixing together ingredients. He's like disappointed because he's tried to manifest a cake, but he's just manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs. Like he needs to mix it all together and pop it in the oven, right? So, that's how I would look at that. You have the Five of Swords again, just walking away from something, which we kind of already know for sure. But I kind of feel like you're heading towards a victory. You have the Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Chariot. It's kind of like weird how this reading is popping to my head. I'm going to tell you what I see. It's kind of like I feel that maybe since November you've had a lot of ideas, and it's like I just like see you kind of like trying an idea, it doesn't work. You try something else, it doesn't work. You try something else, it doesn't work. Or even before you try an idea, it's like maybe you're learning about things in your life, and it's like you learn about it, and then you think to yourself, oh no, this isn't going to work, And in this, normally I would tell people they should try it, like even if you don't think something is going to work. But I feel this is a little different, And so I feel like there's been a lot of kind of trying going on in your life recently, over the past like 6 months or so maybe. And, I do think that it's adding up to something bigger. I mean, we go straight over here to the Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords, to the Chariot. It's like some sort of ending is going to bring a victory into your life. Maybe you don't realize it yet, but it is. This is like, look at this last row. We see a lot of expansion, a lot of growth with the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is also about taking the lead. I think, again, something people forget about the Two of Wands is it's a very independent card. He is standing at the top of that castle, but he is the one that is going to leave the comfort zone. He has the village down below him, and so he's making like a very independent decision. Same thing with the Chariot. It's just the Chariot and the universe, right? It's the Chariot driver and the universe. These two sphinxes represent the universe guiding him on his path. So, I'm just adding it all up here for you, Virgo. You have the Page of Swords. I'm a big fan of curiosity during retrogrades. So again, with all the retrograde energy that we're still dealing with, I think, being curious, tapping into your curiosity, asking questions, writing your ideas down and researching them, those are good things to do during a retrograde, especially writing down your ideas. You can have genius ideas during retrogrades, and if you start after the retrograde, although I break that rule all the time, usually things will work out better. But it's a great time to research, a great time to ask questions and learn about your ideas or your plans, and that's what I would do here with the Page of Swords. For some of you, I do feel this could be, like, there's a little bit of love here because we go Eight of Cups to the Lovers. So, the Eight of Cups would normally represent walking away from something. I feel like you have walked away from something in the past, of course, and this could just be something new. So let's see where this is going for you, Virgo. With the Four of Cups, you have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, like, when is it going to end? I think you're at the mixing together stage. You have to use your skills that you have gathered over the years, and that's really what I feel the reading is encouraging in general. So, again, the Nine of Swords, I feel a lot of people feel Nine of Swords right now because Nine of Swords is like a never-ending nightmare. It's just like round and round energy, and nothing ever changes. Everything is always the same. And and really, your solution is quite simple. It's 3 of Wands and 2 of Wands. If everything is the same every single day, change it. 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands says, and the Chariot says, go on an adventure, go learn something new, go do something different. And if you do that, you will probably get out of the Nine of Swords. With the Five of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords. Again, pretty good because Queen of Swords is seeing things clearly for the first time. She has clouds only halfway up her body. So you could be seeing like why something had to come to an end, or you could finally be having a realization like as to why something had to come to an end. I kind of feel like there are like 2 ways we can deal with something. And sometimes I do think we can release something, like we really have released it, but it just takes us a long time to process it. And I hope that makes sense, but that's really what I feel here. I feel like some of you, like, let's pretend it was a relationship. It's like, maybe some of you have been in a time where it just, you're dumb. You would, even, like, let's say you went through a breakup 2 years ago. It's like, I think even 2 years ago, you wouldn't in a million years go back to the person. You let it go, but the processing, it's like the processing is what had to happen here. And again, like I said, it's not like you would have gone back to the person, but I see, that's like the best word I can use for you, Virgo. I feel there's a lot of processing energy going on here where you're like thinking and kind of like looking for answers, and like I said, not in a way that you would go back, but more just like why. And the good news is that there could be clarity. With the Page of Swords, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands, of course, is a card of conflict and competition. And so, I think work-wise as well, competition is something that comes up a lot for you, Virgo. And I think work-wise, you are doing things to like set yourself apart from the competition. The Page of Swords can say it would be a good time to research that. Like, it would be a good time to like look for, ways to stand out, ways to rise above the competition, ways to avoid the competition. All that stuff is popping into my head. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this dream home. It says, when you're living your best life every day, your dream home is your actual home. You have this dependent card. It says, you can't fully come into your power if you rely on others for financial support. Yeah, remember what I said at the beginning of the reading there? I got very independent feeling off of that Two of Wands. We don't really look at the Two of Wands as a card of independence, but, again, he could be making an independent decision. So, I think, really, I'm not worried about this at all. I think you are, like, being very independent. I think you are doing things to make that happen. And by the way, if I could get everyone to do this right here, I could stop reading, right? This card says, when you're living your best life every day, your dream home is your actual home. Just live your best life. Do the best you can right now, and things will change. You have this Emperor card, the Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. This is also very interesting to me that the Emperor has come up for a lot of people since, I think, like the mid-monthly reading, somewhere around there. And the reason it's interesting is we have Neptune is going to be moving into Aries. And Neptune in Aries isn't necessarily leadership, but one thing I will say about Neptune in Aries, and Neptune will retrograde back into Pisces this year, but, Neptune in Aries is kind of like looking for a savior. According to Chris's crappy astrology here, we could be looking for answers. Neptune in Aries is actually independent. Neptune in Aries does not want us to necessarily just accept someone else's answer to a problem or something that we're doing. It wants us to find our own answers, which, this is a little bit confusing, but our own answers could be someone else's answer. But the difference is we're not blindly following it. Neptune and Aries, I think, will want people to say, I came to this conclusion about this thing that I'm doing in my life because I experienced it, because I actually did it, and I know that it works, right? So we really have to take the lead and kind of like boss up in our own lives and really make sure that we're not just like accepting advice, guidance or any of that other stuff. We should be testing it, experimenting with it, and find out what the best answer is for us, right? And I feel that. You have the Eight of Cups. Again, everybody gets the Eight of Cups during eclipses. It's pretty crazy as well. I don't know. I'm a simple man, so it just always surprises me, like when a card repeats itself only during certain times. And I've seen the Eight of Cups so much since we had the last eclipse. It's the only card in the tarot that has an eclipse on it. So, a lot of you could be walking away from things that no longer serve you. Again, he is walking away from something. He doesn't know if he's going to find fulfillment or not. Some people say he's walking towards the Nine of Cups, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't know if he's going to find what he's looking for. And so it is a little bit of a risk with the Eight of Cups. You have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I definitely feel laser-like focus for you would be a good idea. I do believe the more we are like focused, the more likely it is that we'll accomplish our goal. And the Ace of Swords is a victory or success. The Ace of Swords is above the mountains, which is kind of like overcoming obstacles. But, I just get this feeling of needing to pick something and focus on it, especially in work or business or whatever you're working on. Maintaining that focus is really going to help you the most. With the Emperor, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of like leaving comfort zone stuff here. I'm not too worried about it. You have, Three of Wands and the Chariot and the Two of Wands. They all represent a comfort zone in some way. Three of Wands, he's standing at the top of the hill where he has always been. He has those boats that he could go get on and go on an adventure. Chariot, he has a city behind him. That city is where he has always lived. It's where he is coming from, and he's leaving that city behind him. The Two of Wands has the village below him. Same thing. So, he has the city behind him right here on the Four of Pentacles. He has to leave a comfort zone. So, again, I would look at your comfort zones and change it, especially with that Nine of Swords. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords. See, this would be like a final decision with the Eight of Cups. We already know that these two are connected in the reading with the Ten of Swords here, but this is like a decision you can't go back from. It's like once you make the choice, that's it, right? And so, there is a little bit of an intense energy to the reading, Virgo, because, it's like maybe you're making a decision where that once you make it, that's it. That is the choice that has been made, and you won't be able to go back on something. So, I thought I was going to get more there. I feel like it's good based off the outcome. Ten of Swords, I kind of go back and forth on. It like you could argue, sure, it's a bad card, but at the same time, he's dead. It doesn't get much worse than that. Like the only way for him to go is up, and he's making a transformation. So is it really that bad? Probably not. And I would say that this looks more like a decision that you're making where it's like once you make it, that's it. You can't go back. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Star, which is amazing. The Star can represent like hope, faith, and renewal. A lot of resting, relaxing energy this week showing up in the readings. One thing I will say about April is I think everybody should watch their health in April. Again, I can't talk too much about it on YouTube, but just watch your health in April. Stay healthy. Do things that you can do to stay healthy, and there you go. You'll be fine. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this card. It says, trust in the great mystery. And you also have this electric eel. It says, bring your ideas to life. Yes, definitely a good time to kind of get started on things. We're getting closer to that time. The trust in the great mystery card, I feel, is saying, like, embrace the mystery. Nine of Swords, Four of Cups, it's doing too much of the same over and over and over again. And so I feel that the mystery that you're embracing is just novelty, new directions, new opportunities, new people, new places, new things. And I feel it's saying, like, just see where the wind blows you and just see where you go. You have the Lovers, the Ten of Swords, and the Hermit. The Lovers, of course, could represent love. So there could be like a new connection coming in for some of you if you want it. The Lovers can also represent like a new path. So with the Lovers, we usually have a choice, and the Lovers traditionally was a card called the Choice, and, represented making a choice in love, but it could represent making any choice. We have this higher self angel at the top of the card. So your guides, your ancestors, your angels could be guiding you at this time. Not really a love reading, right? If you look at it, I mean, sure, I think love is always available to us, but, it could be love, but maybe it's just not like a major focus this week. You have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's like something is definitely dead. Another weird message that just popped into my head here, Virgo, is like, if you think that something is dead, you need to trust it. It's like sometimes I think we stay in situations for too long where we know it's not working and we just stay. And I feel this Ten of Swords is saying, like, if something doesn't seem right, you're probably right. Your instincts are probably right. And so you could your cutoff game could be a lot stronger. And I'm not even just talking about love here. I'm talking about, everything, projects, businesses, pretty much everything. I always tell the story that, over the past, like, even just like 4 years of my life, it's like been proven to me time and time again that I should just trust my instincts, because I pretty much can know when something is just not going to work right away, like especially projects or, working together with other people and things like that. It's like I can sense when something isn't going in the right direction. And, I always regret it when I don't trust it. So I feel like the Ten of Swords is saying trust it. You show up here with the Hermit. Whenever you show up as yourself, this puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. So you're coming up in a very powerful position here, Virgo. I just feel like this is you. I feel, a little bit more of that independent energy we were talking about, where it's like you're making your own choices, your own decisions, moving in your own directions, and, all that other good stuff. With the Lovers, you have the Tower, so this could be a surprise, for sure, that in love. I'm not sure, some of you, this final, if you're making a final decision to leave a person, for example, that would definitely be a Tower moment. Sometimes, I think that, it's like people read the Tower as like coming, really what the Tower represents is coming down to reality. But, sometimes we can cause a Tower moment, and maybe for a good reason as well, because it's like, maybe the reality of a situation isn't as good as you think, or, maybe you're realizing that. The thing about Neptune and Pisces, and Neptune moving into Aries, is Neptune and Pisces is the fantasy. We can be in a relationship, but if we really look at it, it's just fantasy. It's like there is no reality behind it. And, if you really break it down, it's like maybe you're, during Neptune and Pisces, it's like you're more attracted to those kind of like few and far between good things and then you are the majority of the relationship, right? And so for some of you, this could be a decision to break up with a person. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Wheel of Fortune. See, I think that you have to turn things around in your life. A Nine of Swords, Four of Cups. It's like, I'm not really getting Wheel of Fortune energy here. I'm just getting that that you have to take control of your destiny. The Wheel of Fortune is your destiny in the sense that it's your personal vision for your life. It is how you see the direction of your life going. And so it's a good card, but, I think sometimes readers give the Wheel of Fortune too much credit. Like, yeah, it's good, but we have to take action with the Wheel of Fortune. And we have too many things in this reading that say a cycle has to come to an end. And, so really in a lot of ways, I think this reading is saying you're taking control. The Chariot right next to this is a card of hard control. We have two cards of control. We have the Chariot and the Strength card. Chariot is a card of hard control. Strength card is a card of soft control. We have the Emperor here as well, where he's more controlling. He's not really a card of control. He can represent taking control, but again, to me, this is saying that you are deciding this week to really take control of your destiny. And again, it makes me think that you are the one that's if you are even having a tower, I think that you're the one that's creating it. But again, the tower is not a bad thing. You are facing reality. And yeah, like, sure, facing reality is uncomfortable. It's like I had to admit to myself 2 years ago that I can't eat pizza. I can't eat tomatoes, right? And also just pizza in general. But I have to face that reality. It sucks. I love pizza. If I could just eat one food for the rest of my life, that's what it would be, right? So I created that tower. With the Hermit, you have the Eight of Cups. Yep. Eight of Cups is, again, walking away from things that no longer serve you. In a lot of ways, this reading is like a cold truth that you're admitting to yourself. Like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Virgo. You're just like, it's like you're, taking your medicine. And, I hope that makes sense. And I feel it'll be a good thing because in your outcome row looks amazing. In your outcome row, you have this fiery beginnings. It says you're on the brink of a real breakthrough. Follow your heart and live your passion. I would also add, like, accept reality to the end of that. You have this deeply rooted in love card. It says something is emerging from the depths of your intimate most desires. So, again, I think that in a lot of ways, this is actually a good, cold reality that you're facing, or, it's like a good medicine that you're taking here, Virgo, and it will be good. You have the Three of Wands, the Chariot, and the Two of Wands. Three of Wands is expansion. He knows he has to get on those boats and go on an adventure. I think everybody is facing this right now because we're in a new reality. We are all being asked to do something new, do something different. He just doesn't know what the outcome is going to be, and that's always scary. So he has to go on that adventure. He has to travel into the unknown. Same thing with the Chariot. He is leaving behind everything he has ever known in this city behind him. The point of the Chariot is that he has these stars up here, these moons right here, represents as above, so below. And he has these two sphinxes. They represent the mysteries of the universe. They are not attached to the Chariot in any way. And so what it represents is the fact that he is being guided by the universe because he is in perfect alignment with what he wants. Ace of Swords. If you focus exactly on what you want and nothing else, then you will be guided towards what you want if you make it your focus. So, I would definitely, pick something that you want to see be successful in your life and make it happen with the Chariot, and it will lead to a victory for sure. But definitely victory. We have two victory cards here. You have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands, again, is about leaving a comfort zone. He has his village down here. He has the world right here. I always say he's looking out here. He's not looking right here at the world that is in his hand. So he needs to focus on the world. He needs to focus on what he could accomplish. And again, I definitely feel that energy for you with the Two of Wands. With the Three of Wands, you have the moon, mystery, secrets, not knowing where things are going, right? So it is coming up in the good stuff. The moon and the good stuff to me can represent great clarity. So, again, when it comes up in the good stuff, we could have been through a period of the moon where we haven't had clarity. And then after we get the moon and the good stuff, it's like we're stepping into a time of clarity. So I do feel that. With the Chariot, you have the Ace of Wands, passionate new beginning. Pretty interesting, Virgo. The Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. The whole entire reading. Ten of Swords twice. The Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, even with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords can represent cutting one thing out so that you can have something better. So, I think there's definitely like a passionate new beginning coming in for you. With the Two of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles, something new. Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness and the card of like learning about something new. So, yeah, it fits in very, very well with the whole entire reading. You have this flowers card. It says happiness on it. That's what I would focus on. I think you want to be happy. Nine of Swords. It's like you want to get out of that ruminating round and round type of energy, right? You have this Family Matters card. Yes, I think family is going to be very important for you, Virgo. Surrounding yourself with family, surrounding yourself with the people who matter to you is going to be very important with that card. You have this Tortoise card. It says slowly but surely getting ahead. Again, progress, which is great. Two of Wands in the good stuff is progress. So I do feel you are making progress in a new direction, which is good. You have this, these two wanted to come out together. You have this Bow card. It says you're highly thought of. You have this Wishbone. It says a wish granted. So, definitely could be some sort of wish coming in for you. I do feel like this is how you appear. It's like all your past readings have said that some of you Virgos could be like changing your identity, like how you present yourself to people. And, again, this could be a good thing. You could be, it's like how you want to appear in the world or how you want to come across to people could be kind of changing. And I feel that this is good. Again, it's a good thing for sure. I feel like you've been working on this for like 10 years, really. Finding yourself. You have this Grapes card. It says time to go out and have fun. Yes, it is definitely time for fun. Everybody gets something about needing to have more fun. But I love this for you, Virgo. Looks really good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.